Rob Smith here. It's April the 6th. I've just been trying to send an invoice through Square and showing the adultery involving the computer world. It suddenly doesn't. I've been using it 15 years. Now I can't send an invoice because they won't take a name. I don't understand. And of course, the backward thinking of such is that, oh, it's all intuitive. No, it's not. No, it's not. So I'll have to wait to send it till later, which. Hold on, I'm trying to get the light set here best I can. Okay, hopefully that works. All right, how y'all are? I've got a whole new set of pens because I had such a problem on the side. I've got 15 years with Square, and they are not Square. I'll okay, there's two. There's a note something. Here, actually, these aren't the pens I thought they were. They're completely different pens. All right, hold on. You surprised me. I can't see. Situation with Square threw me off. You time things, you schedule things, and you expect things to work along with you, and it's really sad when it doesn't. Speaking of which, this isn't looking right. All right, hang on a second. Let me get to me. If I can. Okay, that's not going to work either. All right, everything's a curveball right now. Sorry, guys. I've got curveballs everywhere. Just when you have something that works, never change it. That's how you keep customers. You want to get rid of customers? Change things all the time. That's how you get rid of customers. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to do it this way. Just a second. Just a second. I was going to try to have some music, but where that is here, I don't have a. I'm in an all-new, brand-new location, and I'm getting some weird message. I don't care, go away. Okay, Dennis. Let's see if we can at least start with. It's all right. It's okay. Doesn't really matter if you're rolling great. Here, that's sounding more like what we used to do. I don't have speakers connected to the computer here yet. And I'll do that. So there we go. We at least did that. How about that? All right. Now, what to draw? Let's see what we'll do here. If you're here, I'm sorry, it is clunky, but no surprise since I haven't been doing this in so long. I'm trying to also do this. I'm sorry the light situation is bad. I gotta get some more lights in here because that's really dark. But all right, let's just see. Also, I've got pens. I thought this was a different pack of pens. And well, are these all the same? It appears they are. Well, let's see what they do. I've never used this pen before. Also, I'm at a weird angle. I'm kind of up and not up, down on the drawing, so I'm trying to see what I'm going to do. I mentioned today is Tartan Day. So let's see. Start drawing, see what happens. Just drawing a mustache on a dog. Oh, there we go. Hello, Andrew Kaczynski. How are you doing? Can you hear me okay? We got a little different setup. Actually, it's looking like someone's going to come and say, this looks like Santa Claus. Well, I guess in a sense it does. see here. Oh, I had this idea I was going to come on nice and low key, and I had a problem with Square. I have no idea. They just like with Face doing these lives before, where these geeky whoever comes up with new stuff and then doesn't bother to tell the customers what we experienced at Facebook, we experienced that here with YouTube. And now I've just experienced it with Square. I don't understand what's going on. I really need to get that invoice out, so I might even cut this short if not many people come in. Because I may go ahead and do a live now that I'm kind of set up for it over on Facebook in the next day or so. We'll see how. So, but that thing with Square really threw me. Never had a problem. 15 years, never had a problem. Now I have a problem. I haven't sent an invoice since, well, I really can't see in here. It's not as bad as when I was at Angie's, but I just gotta get more camera. I just gotta get more lights in here. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Oh, still not doing it. All right. Okay. You guys are screaming. Hold on a second. Okay, so what's going on in your world, Andrea? I try to figure out why I'm having trouble getting into Square. You know, the problem I think Square's having is that they're making a monster mistake. So many businesses do. They start to try to diversify and get into other areas. Don't do that. If it works, stay with it. That's how you make money. You lose money when you try to. Oh, well, I'll do this too. No, don't do that. Never do that. I'm trying to get into it right now. I really need to send this invoice really badly. Maybe I should stop and come back at 7:30. Oh, nothing's working. Metrics. I mean, it's okay. Trying to send an invoice. This thing's going around and around and around and around and around. Come on, go, boop, 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 boop. Here we go. Add a customer. There we go. Now this time it worked. Here, let me see. Just give me a moment here, guys. So, Andrea, just what's happening with you? How's Caleb doing? Is he failing or is he passing his grades? Let me just go ahead and send this off real quick. I have no idea why it was. Now, because I've got the old invoice, the invoice I did 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. Still here. Paste. Where's paste? No, just paste. Yeah, it's paste. It's called paste. It's not pasted. Oh, for heaven's sakes, here we go again. Copy it. Let me do this. I need my keyboard. I don't have my big table here. I'm using a little teeny table, and that's a problem. I gotta get my big table, but right now it's loaded with stuff in the storage room, so it's gonna take some time. There we go. Okay. 2 color illustrations. This one, I just know I'll get off, because I have another picture to color. 4. Okay. It's funny, it's saving what I'm doing, it's just not. Okay. And I gotta change it because it got into this thing about adding taxes for some reason. Oh. Let us add it. Stop. Don't presuppose stuff. Let us do it. We need to. Okay. And there it goes. All right, it's all there. Now it's all there. Okay, I'm going to send it off. Oh, no. I did something wrong. What did I do wrong? Oh, I see what I did. Okay, I screwed up. That's it. That's it. Okay, send. Make sure it goes. Okay. I have no idea. Except that it's laid out differently. Now let me see where I can get back to YouTube. Thank you. Excuse me. Here we go. What does doing good mean? Oh, here. Yeah, I think I showed this illustration. This illustration, I was doing this over at a meeting last Monday night, playing with some characters. I'm posted on my Facebook page about the ladybug that, and I didn't really say what happened there. I saw a new friend, what's his, Laurie Tallarico, I think. Anyway, she mentions it means good luck when the ladybug lands on your hand, and literally that's what happened. I was out in the field, and suddenly I'm just having, and there goes my light about to fall. I don't have a brace for it. Yeah, I gotta get a brace for it, so it doesn't fall. Okay, I'm just gonna lean it like that for right now. That should work. There we go. And I just had my hand out, and ladybug just, boom, there was a ladybug. that was neat. And I just had drawn it on Monday and talking to my friend Henry, saying, as much as thousands of miles I've hiked in Florida, I've rarely encountered ladybugs, and here was one. Then the bunny and the fairy. And what I'm doing is I'm going door to door. I had no idea people were so enthralled with all this stuff, but they clearly are. Poor homes, the poorest homes, the richest homes, I'm seeing with this stuff all over the place. I'm sorry, my hand is throwing the focus off, but I'm seeing this all the time. So I'm definitely going to work on something, but it'll be after I do some other things I want to do. Now, okay. There's been almost like a tradition of my having little issues with computer stuff when I'm trying to do lives. Why is that? It didn't matter whether I was, at the old house or in Palm Bay or Angie's place just did not work at all. But I mean, is Caleb passing his classes? Is he's? Oh, let me change this. Oh. Or what are you all? Because actually, I just did some artwork for Dr. Steve Brooks, who I've mentioned before, and the artwork is. So I'm still a bit scattered. I'm still kind of moving in. Take a while. I scanned it over at Angie. I moved the computer equipment just yesterday, so I can get his. And I have another one at the picture I posted about with the chicken and the egg. I'm gonna color that too when I get done here and get that out. Well, I may not be able to send that till tomorrow, and that's something I'm just kind of doing. I am in a new place, and thank fellow Tony here for letting me become part of his place. This new job thing I'm been doing here is it's wearing on my eyeballs a bit. My eyeballs hurt now. I've been straining coloring. I hope by the end of the week to have the Gopher Tortoise color, because I haven't been able to get to it, the coloring of that finished and turned in, and hopefully have that book available by the beginning of May. A lot to do with that. I'm doing a bunch of stuff in May, and I can sell them, get the word out. So I really need to get that out finally. And then I'm going to get, and who knows, things, I do things and life tends to get turned to become tumultuous. But then finally get the Ross Allen book done. And then I think you see that, right? Yes, good. Yeah, my eyes are killing me. I think it's just the strain of doing the work I'm doing now, and then just staring at a computer screen, because I've been working on it for the last 5 hours or so. It's a lot of work. And Dr. Brooks is going to have his first Cinco de Mayo party. So I'm not really crazy about that idea, but okay. It's Dr. Brooks. That's Steve. I'm fine with it. I saw my cousin Dale yesterday, who I hadn't seen in a long, long time. We were talking about, because I hadn't seen him in 20 years. I was telling him about how Steve Brooks was not only a client of mine, but also my father's prostate doctor. Huge surprise. And how Steve's been this amazing person. Steve's always gotten in contact with me when something really bad happens. He typically calls right after it occurs. This time he's been in contact with me, so I'm terrified when they come up. Is there's something coming up? No, I'm not terrified. After the last 2 months, I'm not terrified of that. But I do need to pay attention, probably. What, Andrea, anything you'd like to see me draw? The worst thing about having those computer problems before doing one of these is that I just get so, as I want to start on time, I want to do it, I want to get the job done, and, it just gets me so upset. It's hard to not be upset. Maybe I'll do a live on Facebook tomorrow. And is there anything significant tomorrow? I don't know. Something I never knew of, because I've known Steve Brooks now for almost 20 years, is that he and I are both Tauruses. I didn't know when his birthday was. His birthday's the 25th of April. I also thought he was younger than me, but it turns out he's actually older than me. By just a couple years. Though that is also somewhat disconcerting in that he is such a huge success in his field and well known, and I'm a mess. I mean, I've had my success at times, but still. Flowers, maybe. It's a big flower I drew. He is a big flower. Well, I'm glad to say, since not really using YouTube much, this didn't change on me, as I hope Facebook hasn't either. Doing the lives. It's a big old flower I drew. I'm trying to think, kind of make that flower smaller somehow. I'm trying to figure out what can I draw. Yeah, I think I've said this before. It's best I use some sort of reference when doing, just so because I'm drawing the same flower all over and over again. So my friend Annabelle Leitner had posted a number of flower pictures. Well, I don't know if I have a file of photos of, come on, because I do carry some photos, references, landscape. No, I don't have any flower. You know, I have books, tons of books of flowers of Florida, but none of those are all boxed, I believe, every single one of them. Oh, wow. I mean, if I could find Lightner. Annabelle posted that next weekend, just about 20 minutes from here, is a farm preservation event. I think I may pop over there after being involved with Senate Bill 111. I keep doing 3 1s and an 8. 1118. Let's see if I can find Annabelle's flowers. I'll draw these. Annabelle. There she is right there. Oh yeah, she's going to have a quilt. I mean, she's handmade a quilt that's going to be available. It's a giving. It's a silent auction. There's a whole bunch of flowers. All right, this will set me straight. And I don't know what they're called. As I've always said, one of the groups I'm with, we're talking about doing a hike, in which I would lead the hike. I just have to let everyone know I cannot ID. I cannot ID plants. That's just something I've never been good at. I'm, 1 or 2 maybe, but if I'm lucky. I may also go with the same thought of all the fantasy stuff. And I don't like fantasy movies. I don't like science fiction movies, but it's fun to draw. You can do anything you want. But I may do some drawings and some color work actually. We'll see. Major top. So I've got the job, and I've got. I want to get these books done. And that's top priority. We'll see what else comes about. And Andrea, if you see that photo of BJ West, she's part of the Privat family, Privat, who own a good deal of land just east of you, south of I-4, east of you. I'm sorry, I'm not seeing him. Oh, who else is here? Florida MCM. Now, who's this? Oh, that is a name change, Dennis DJ. Wow, things are selling, aren't they, Dennis? Wonderful. Yeah, I got. I'm a. Sounds stupid. Yeah, BJ is okay, she was born on a farm just north of. Oops, watch what I'm doing with this bird. And actually, something. God, my head's just going one thing to the other. We talked to Dennis and Hope about doing some. Putting some artwork up for sale. Well, maybe those little fantasy things. Let me get some books done. If I do some though, maybe those will be great to do. Oh, Dennis, what it is I don't think I mentioned this to you, but as I'm going around visiting so many houses, I'm seeing. That's why I posted. Oh, that's right. Dennis is not. When I'm going door to door right now, I'm finding a ton of people with dragons and bunnies and bugs, ladybugs and flowers and fairies all around their house. The very poorest, the very richest. It tells me I really do need to do something with all this. There's definitely a market going on right now. I see it absolutely everywhere. I've been taking pictures of some of it too. One very very wealthy, it was probably $1 million house, had a little village of mushroom houses with some gnomes. Now one place last week had a whole train set up outside, and I thought, ooh, that's dangerous in our state. Of course, there you go. How's that bird? Yep, and yeah, BJ West, who brought us the East West Expressway and the Beeline and so much else. She sat on a ton of boards. She brought a lot of charitable organizations along, all throughout Central Florida. Yeah, she was regaling me with these tales of early Lake County history. Well, early since basically around 1939, 40s, 50s, um, of her family and where the work they did and things they did. How's that picture looking? Well, I now ferns I know, and golly, I see. It's so nice to see ferns in front of houses. It shows a health. Ferns indicate healthy water and a healthy land because they don't grow easily, and that's important to know when you have when you have property. A lot of folks don't even know that. They just I talked to someone who thinks, oh, the fern. I love ferns myself, but I've talked to someone who thought they had a problem with ferns growing everywhere, and I said, no, that's a if that happening, that's a good sign. It means your land is rich. You can grow all the fruits and vegetables you probably could possibly imagine. Very healthy land. It's again, I don't care for fantasy or science fiction films, like books, anything like that. But they are fun to draw, and so if that's, I should probably try to do something that's more. I know my Florida history is a limited number. If I could broaden that and include Florida history, which is the intent, that would be great. So yeah, again, back to this comic book that I would like to do. That after I get these other two books done. Oh, I may do a Fourth of July book. I wrote a good deal of it last Monday. I may do something. I may do that. Try to see. I've had no luck with that, as you all may know. I mean, I had an Easter book well on its way. I had a St. Patrick's Day book way on its way, and it all fell apart. Just can't do it all. I hope, and Dennis, hope your mother's doing well, by the way, and your grandmother. I just recently, just want to make sure I get that shadow. Is that looking okay? It's looking all right. It's okay. Oh, Dennis wasn't here. Yeah, just before this, I finished some artwork for my friend Dr. Steve Brooks, and I knew if I'm going to get invoiced out, I got to get it right away. If I don't get it out right away, he may not get to it for 4 or 5 days without me contacting him, and I could use the money coming in right now. So I want to send it right away, and Square has always been quick. Boom, 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 it's done. I don't know what the heck happened. It wouldn't take the information, wouldn't take the suddenly. I had everything set up, and suddenly would not take because Steve. I've used it before for Dr. Brooks for Steve, so it had, but it just wouldn't do it. I don't. And Square seems to have changed a lot inside of it because they're trying to do more, and that's not a good idea. I got mighty upset about that. You know, it's like when we do these lives and they don't go right. So they've changed things. internally somewhere on Facebook or YouTube, and no one tells anyone. Though I had very little problems with that with YouTube. And Andrea, I don't know if you've gotten any closer to doing lives, but I've had less problems with YouTube than I have with Facebook. Yeah, that's yeah. I think I mean, something, well, a lot of the work I'm doing now is there's a lot of technology involved and run into some problems, but that's okay. I get that. It's stuff I've been like with Square. I've been using since I started doing Swamp East Florida back in 2010. That I'm now that suddenly was this thing came up about it because there have been folks saying I should get away, I should leave Square, and I've been with them too long, and I haven't had any. This is actually probably the biggest problem I ever had with Square was just before I did this. It wasn't a horrible thing, but because I know my memory's rotten, I'll get off. I have another picture to color, that one I did with BJ, the chicken with the eggs, and I'll get to that, and I'll completely forget about the invoice, and 4 days will go by. Though I admit there's something I would like to get on eBay that I may. I'm trying getting stuff to inspire myself. Well, it's a handful of comic book pages that was done about Florida. I guess it was part of a bigger book, but they're only selling 5 pages of it. I have no idea. I see one page of it, and there's others behind it, but I can't see what those are. Very interested because it's apparently talking. It's a PR piece about Florida, and back then in the 50s, those typically included history. So I'm very interested in what that is, and I think I'm gonna pick that up. I need to, and I didn't know it existed. I would. Well, you've been here. I've had far more problems with Facebook than I have with YouTube. Though Facebook will get your friends in, YouTube will go beyond that. Though we're not really getting a lot of extra here today. But then I figure if I start doing a live again on Saturdays and Sundays, eventually more people will join in. Oh, by the way, click the thumbs up. Wow, can't believe how long it's been since I've said those words. But again, I'm very grateful to this fellow, the house I'm staying in now, and fellow Tony. Very grateful. Very, very grateful. I have learned that my old house in Ocala that I had has been sold. Mike did not get the money he thought. I warned him. I told him what he had to do. He didn't listen to me. He did not get the money he wanted. He got a lot less. And apparently the people who moved into my old house, and neither one of you all saw it, my old house, and 2 guys, a mother, and a flock of goats. See, the acre I had was though it's right off of 75, any of us could have farm animals. So it's specifically written for horses, but you could have goats, and they brought goats in, apparently, according to my old neighbor Phil, who isn't all very happy with that. Goats can be a problem. Well, and worse news is Lisa Vu, who lives across the street. She has a bunch of her Vietnamese immigrant folks she's brought in to work at her salon, and well, Vietnamese and goats. I wonder how one oh, and those who brought in the goats speak Spanish, though it's not clear where they're from. That could be a problem too. Interesting. Yes, it finally sold. If you listened to me and sold it a year, well, almost, I told him he had March of last year to do it. He'd sell it, make a lot of money. He waited till late August, early September, Labor Day. Are you crazy? I'm surprised he did sell so fast. Something else I'm seeing doing the door-to-door stuff is how many houses are for sale. It's unbelievable. We are gutted right now. It's a glut. And as I say, 20 to 50 years overbuilt, and I'm witnessing it right now. And it's these portfolio LLC types are just dumping money into have anything built anyway. Yeah. What do you mean by breaks, Florida? What does MCM mean? I wonder. Um, Miami Community Mouse. I don't know what MCM. Um, what do you mean by breaks? Just because I'm not sure what you mean. You mean just that I stopped drawing or stopped entertaining or whatever? Okay, mid-century modern. Okay, I should know that. Historic architecture. I should know that. I didn't. I wasn't expecting that from you, Dennis. Oh yes, well that's what's hurting me right now. I didn't post. I was. We're gathering a lot of moss there, and then I just quit. Well, but no, and I've witnessed this. It's much worse on Facebook. It's much worse on Facebook. And you can get to the people, let them know you're doing it, but the algorithms, it's that little post you do could get to everyone, but only get to so many, and only some. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, I think. But yeah, YouTube. I hope to be doing it regular for a while now. Well, I've really filled up this page. Yeah, I need to. I hope to get back to some consistency, and I just didn't have a choice. Yeah, and with the computers all being in Ocala and me in Bellevue. Oh, yeah, crossover paranormal. Is this? Are you the one who's in Florida? Where were you located? I can't remember. See, there it is. If I was doing this consistently, I remember this stuff. Oh. Are you in DeLand? Was it DeLand? I can't remember. You're somewhere. I know the location. Oh no, Mount Airy, right? Or near Mount Airy, right? That's where you are. Where my stepdaughter is, who sent me a message today checking in. I think she's going to call later. Usually she can't because she's trying to get all of her little children ready for school the next day or whatever. Dobson, yeah, you're right there. You're right there. Right there. All right, so I did all that. What else should I do? All right, crossover paranormal society. Try saying that 5 times fast, will you? What should I draw? I didn't drink any fluids. I usually have my root beer. I don't even have root beer here. So I've got some in the car. I've got to get my the big. Dennis knows I have a big table, and I've got it in the storage room here, but it's got a ton of stuff on it, and I need that table really to set all this up. It's hard to. I'm working on a little table, and I can't get everything on here. I'm hoping Paranormal Society will come in and type something, type whatever, space, I guess some paranormal something. So I'm just holding a pen going around and around. All quiet on the Western Front. All right, well, I'll just. If Amber got anything involving those storms, she did not post anything about it. Now, I'm going to be doing a bunch of stuff coming up here. I'm doing a radio program. Well, I'm doing Dr. Brooks is having Steve's having his party on the 3rd of May. Picture I just drew is about to fall down. right now I'm not gonna. I'm not scheduled to be at the homeschool convention. So I think I was talking to Ann Zalek about something she'd like to see on this drawing I did. It's trying to fly away. I'm gonna put it over here. I was gonna share some stuff too. I don't know. Well, perchance that's what I'm doing the radio program May 10th. I'll be in St. Petersburg with the Florida Folk Show in the Craftsman House where they do the program. Yep, me and Caleb. Well, not just me and Caleb. I'm doing work for the Americans for Prosperity. Rommel Lopez. His birthday is also May 10th. It turns out, and then I just learned Steve Brooks is a Taurus. So I put us all in a room, and we'll all be just stubborn and won't do anything, won't get anything done. I have no idea what this mouse might be doing. Yeah, and then the next weekend I'm doing something. May 18th, I think it is. Doing something. As I've been trying to get myself settled in a home type place, I've not been doing well with my calendar because I really need to get this done. It's making me absolutely nuts. It really, well, I mean, mentally it was just really getting to me. Not having a place, not knowing where you are, losing stuff. I've lost my debit card. My debit card's missing. I have no idea where it is. Been missing. Tomorrow will make a week, and I don't know where. It could have been a week ago today. It could be in the car, but my car has been so full. I've tried to empty it. This morning I woke up and I couldn't find the keys to the car, and I panicked, ran out to the car. I think I'd left them in the car. I mean, I'm on the edge of everything because I keep It's easy when you're kind of living in three different places and moving around all over the place, and you start misplacing things, and there's so many places it could be. Awesome. Pretty panicky, but it turns out they actually were in the pants that I'd worn yesterday, and somehow I'd missed them when I was going through them. My reactions. I'm a little edgy right now. And I hope to calm down a bit. That's why the square thing I think probably hit me a little harder than it would have otherwise. I guess Paranormal Society came in the wind. Well, hopefully we'll do more of these, and I'll post these results. And in the meeting, I did that's the ink drawing I just showed, and also wrote that 4th of July thing. Maybe I'll work on the 4th of July thing because the work I have to do with Gopher Tours is all digital color. Again, I hope to have that done by the end of the week. And Dennis, I'd love to get some, when I get that, gosh, I'm pushing this away. Oh, sorry, I need to get this back to where it doesn't move when I'm doing it. Sorry. But I'd love to do some where I've signed them and maybe we could sell them. Or try to. I think the Gopher Tourist one's going to be pretty popular. I think I mentioned I've already got folks. I was at the Antiquarian Book Fair. There's some bookstores who want to carry it. I haven't. Yeah, I have. I tried. Here we go. I'm back on the screen. Sorry about that. Sorta. There we go. I tried a live last. Oh, I was somewhere when I tried it. Didn't go very well. I am going to try to get back to podcasts too. Though I just got a message that from Tom Hockman that he was looking for my old podcast and couldn't find it. Let's see. That's a good question. Let's see. Whoop. No, yeah, no, there it is. It's there. I've done one since October 6th. Yeah, Andrea, anytime if you like to catch up on what I'm up to, or give me a call. I'm just bouncing off walls right now, trying to. When I get done here, I need to color that. Chicken, excuse me. I'm also trying to catch up with some sleep. The last night was the first night I had a really decent rest, and maybe since I was in Palm Bay. Oops, I just realized I'm changing elevation here. Engineering prowess slips in. Oh, sorry, I did find that. Okay, let me put that away. Yeah, I mean, maybe I'm not sure if it'll be the other thing about doing the doing the work I'm doing right now. I'm exhausted at the end of the day. I'm actually going to try not to do much until we're going to see a drop in temperature here. Some rain tomorrow and Tuesday, and then a drop in temperature. It was brutally hot this past week. Really too hot to do much. But I did. I mean, I did every day. And so I was. Oh, was it this? I was drawing something in front of Tom Hockman, and oh, was it here? I had this pad. I think it was. I was drawing something, and Tom said, "Stop." Something Busby has said before too. So maybe I'll stop with this. I've done enough. What is that drawing? I forgot all about that. Or I did it now. Because it wasn't in this pad, because then we'll see it. No, that was it. No, I'm all weird. As I said, I'm still a bit disorganized. These pens I just got from Temu, and they were in the package. I opened them up. I thought these were the ones what the Spy or what those brown ones are, but they're not. They're something completely different. And I'm doing this. They seem to work pretty good. Okay, well that's. I'll. I need to make sure I put when I did these. Oops, but I'll put 2026. And Caleb will be 17, won't he? Caleb will be 17 in May, right? Is he already married yet? Have kids already? No. Here we go. Here's the other drawing. Let's date this one. Oh, I'm putting 3. Yes, he'll be 17. No, so is he going? So is he going to start doing some work, going out to work and all? Because not far from where you are the salt mines. He could go work in the salt mines, go underground about 300 feet and, with a pickaxe. It's considering I worked involving so much construction and projects and project management stuff and in zoning. I have a heck of a time still drawing a helmet. I don't know why, but I don't do well. I How tall is Caleb now? No salt mines? Why? You need to get Caleb working. It's child abuse not getting the child to work at salt mines. And the good thing about him working the salt mines is free salt. Yep. Just puts them in his pockets. There you go. There's Caleb coming up from the salt mines. Got some salt coming off of his pickaxe. He has a bag of salt, but no money because he only gets paid every 7 months, maybe if they think of it. 5'8". Now I'm at this July. I- I'm I'm part of a summer camp thing at the Seminole County Historical Museum. I'm teaching comics, how to draw comics. So I'm told, but I haven't been given it's sometime in July. Lloyd Bennett is putting that together. Salt mines. Frankly, I could teach the whole thing. Oh no, it was back when we had the limestone pits. Well, we still have the limestone pits, but back when the old days we had the salt mine pits, you had children in there working over in Dunellen and then going south in Polk County. Later was turn of the century was more Polk County. here I'm lettering. Anytime I letter, I think of High Eisman. I was very sorry about his. I mean, he was 98, so it's not a surprise. But he was a great teacher of lettering, and of course, he was a great cartoonist. I just did a little. I guess there's going to be a newspaper a story coming up in the Sanford Herald. How am I getting so tied in with Sanford and Seminole County all of a sudden? Anyway, the Sanford Herald's doing a story about, because I recall, I talked to my friend Sarah Hardy, who lives outside Sanford, so she got in contact with the newspaper, who got in contact with me, so it kind of went all the way around. But I'd said to her that High had been doing Cats and Jammer Kids, and King Features was having him do Cats and Jammer Kids, even if they had only one newspaper, just so that Cats and Jammer Kids comic strip could hit 100 years of age. And it was unclear. I could not find out, and at the time there was no Facebook. How many papers did they have? But I knew the Sanford Herald was carrying it. So Sanford Herald was one of the newspapers that was ushered in Cats and Jammer Kids into 100th year. And then I think not long after that they shut that down, and High went on to draw. He went on to work on Popeye, did a Popeye comic strip. Well, no. This was much worse. Salt mines are nice and happy places. The limestone quarries, where we were digging up the phosphate, those were nasty things. First of all, as you dig it, you tend to breathe it in, and it will kill you. Phosphate is not something even though you tend to, if you'll look at your ingredients of your foods, you'll find there's variations of phosphate in your foods. But to have direct contact like that's very bad. It's not good. Which is why when we've had the holes open up in some of the limestone pits, the whole, basically a little sinkhole opens and suddenly everything's drained, rain, and drains all that stuff down that hole and into our water supply. That water supply is no longer potable. It is no longer something that anyone should drink. It is poisoned. It has the power almost of nuclear energy. It's very, very strong, very powerful. Yes, children did work those in the late 1800s. Yes, yes, yes. Scary stuff indeed. Something's going on outside now, Andrew. I should ask you because you know this stuff too. I'm getting a headache, or maybe just that my eyes were hurting. I was straining coloring, and now I haven't colored. I haven't used the computer this much in more than 2 months. Even then, I would only use it for about an hour. Well, but I wasn't using it to color much. Wow, things to look forward to working on the. My head suddenly, eyes, but it's maybe it is. I guess because the rain's coming too. Pressure will come in. Yeah, it could be bad. Well, maybe I need to strengthen these glasses, which is bad news. That's the case. I was going to put the date 4/6. All right. Well, I'm not sure about tomorrow, but sometime here this week, I want to do a live on Facebook and try that out, see how that works here. I'm trying to get a little better setup. I need to get that table in here, but it's going to be easily a week. I really should do it while the temperature's low because it's been so hot. The barometric pressure, yes. Well, I guess I will go ahead and leave now. It's 8:02. I got a chicken and an egg to color, which is pretty easy because the eggs are white, and BJ asked me to make the chicken white, so there's not a lot of color to put into it. So it's gonna be a lot of shadows and shades. All right, thank you all for being here. Paranormal, Dennis, Andrea, small crowd here, small few of us, and that's what I expected. Few starting out here, and get back to doing them on a regular basis, and others will come in. Although I show that there's 5 watching, so there's more. Whoever else is here, thank you. Please click the thumbs up. I appreciate it. That's the little thing. There's Dennis is back. Thank you. Thank you for yes. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, Dennis. I'm glad that the things are selling all of a sudden too. That's great. Seeing so many things go out the door. That's very neat. I really thought that John and Robert Kennedy thing would sell for a lot more. A lot more. I'm really surprised. But that's okay. Whatever you do, you do it, Dennis. I have all faith and trust in you. Go right ahead. All right, I'll see you all there. Yeah, I'll probably post these. I'll scan them in and post them on the YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, etc. Twitter. Thank you very much, and Truth Social too. Really? Can't sell for 30. I mean, that's a nice piece. That's porcelain on wood, and the images. All right. Thank you all for being here. If nothing else, I hope to be back here next Saturday at 7 o'clock, or maybe Friday. Take care. I'll see y'all later. Rob Smith here. And, I'm not playing music. I don't have both screens. I don't have speakers connected. All right. See y'all later. Bye.